Welcome back to Bake the Podcast. I'm really excited today. We've got a bit of a sports episode. My husband is co-hosting with us, and we get to know Kagiso Rabada in, I think, a different way, a way that you haven't seen him before. We chat about dating, about traveling, obviously a little bit of cricket as well. So enjoy this episode. So you're headed overseas now, right?
Yeah, I'm headed overseas. Friday we go to Pakistan for the ICC Champions Trophy.
Okay.
I think I'll switch my mind onto that when we get there. Right now, I'm trying to take a break.
No, I know that you guys just won the SA20, which was so cool for us to be there and watch everything live and be fans, fans of yours. And I know for Parnell and I, it was really cool because it was Parnell's first time actually being a fan, like watching.
I was just enjoying the snacks.
No,
and the
it's
alarm room
eating
and the
and-
Wanderers.
No, it was a vibe.
Yeah, it was amazing actually.
Oh, that's where you played the final in the first year, right?
Yeah.
You guys just missed out.
Yeah, we lost, but I just said that this time around it was done even better.
No, it was so bougie and amazing.
I was actually lucky to be there for that one then.
Yeah, it was cool to see you also from like the other perspective, like, like seeing you as a fan of your colleague because you guys have been playing together for so long. And then just to see Parnell like supporting his friends, it was very cute. Like I loved seeing that.
Oh,
We always support each other, though.
yeah, true, but I had to...
Unless you're playing against each other, obviously.
Yeah, but I had
We
to...
hardly play
I had
against
to
each other.
remain neutral because I was actually asked upstairs, like, who do you want to win? I was like,
No, I said MI because
Yeah,
of
she was like
Kagiso.
straight, yeah. I mean, I think I definitely wanted MI to win because I have more mates within the
Yeah.
MI setup. So I think like it's a nice, and
So-
they've been the last
Yeah.
first two seasons as well. So
Sunrisers could not win the third one, man.
I mean, a three-peat would have been fun though.
No.
Obviously not for
That
us as
cannot happen.
opponents, but like just in a like sporting
I
sense.
don't
of
follow
three-peat is-
teams, I follow people. Like I support my people. Like I support KG because he's my friend. I support Dane. So I was like, my friends are in this game, so I
And
want to
Khalid
support them.
supports Rashid Khan as well.
Yes, and Khalid supports
Love
Rashid
it.
Khan. And Cape Town's my city.
There we go.
Yeah. And you
So
also...
you chose the right team.
Exactly. I
Don't know
chose the
about
winning
this
team.
guy.
I know. You should have brought your medal for us and award.
Should have actually.
Yeah.
Should have asked
That
me.
would,
Yeah.
that would have
I've
been
still
great.
got it here.
Do you?
Yeah.
So tell me something. When did you move to Cape Town?
I got a place in Cape Town about, is it a year and a half ago?
Okay.
Yeah, so like I was actually looking for a very long time.
Really?
But
You
I was
wanted to stay
patient.
here?
Yeah.
I was
I
patient.
remember we spoke about that like
Yeah, we
a
did.
few years ago. Yeah.
Pani told me about a few different areas.
Okay.
And
And you needed the ocean and the like vibes. We're so chilled here. We like
Yes.
low-key. You actually suit Cape Town because you're very like chilled, low-key
property
person.
market is big here.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think it's a no-brainer,
But tell me something, because you're traveling so much and having a base in like obviously Cape Town's beautiful, but when do you get to, see your family and your parents and because they're in Joburg, like how does that work? When do you get to do that?
So like, because I still have so much going on in Johannesburg, I just felt like I can't completely leave
Yeah.
for now until at least I like settle down a bit more.
Yeah.
My family's there and all, my other interests on that side.
Yeah.
And Cape Town, I'm starting to like be more comfortable, like living a day-to-day life here.
Really?
To be
Okay,
honest,
that's good.
To
It's
be
slow,
honest,
eh?
yeah. To be honest, coming to Cape Town, it was always like, hey, let's just go for a bit of holiday, like a
Yeah.
bit
Yeah,
of time off, and sometimes get up to no good here and there. But
Oh.
now it's
Now
like
you
trying to
actually
find a
enjoy it.
balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like with also Cape Town life it's well suited to your guys' career because of all the traveling, we're very laid back. We like walks on the beach and like the slow life, and work-life balance, which is what we were talking about yesterday.
Yeah.
Like you have a more balanced life here.
I certainly agree with what you're saying there, and it's just something about like the air here in Cape Town. It just recharges you.
Yeah, I
So,
agree.
when you've been away,
There's no
or
air in
like
Joburg. Eh?
No,
Joburg's
Joburg's-
air like suffocates you.
and there's just
coming
too
down
much
here,
going on.
It's just hustle and bustle, yeah, for sure.
So, Kagiso, with Joburg, you were saying like your other interests are in Joburg. So what is that? Like your agency? Tell us a bit about your agency.
Yeah. So it was lockdown, and it was either having equity in my own agency,
Yeah,
or being managed by
an agent.
an agency
Yeah.
or an agent. And I thought having equity is is actually like the better way to go.
Yeah.
So that's when KGR was formed.
Okay.
And it's also looking at just the business of sport.
Okay.
But for now, it's actually managing players.
Okay.
But what you want to do is you don't want to just make a quick buck off the players.
Yeah.
What you want to do is actually, or the athletes, what you want to do is you want to create a well-rounded structure that's going to help them in their lives as well,
Yeah.
and also post their careers.
Yeah.
So that you don't have a case of athletes who don't really thrive after their career.
100%.
So that's the whole goal.
Okay, and what do you look for in like a player that you guys represent? Because I know you have a great business partner who helps you with like running everything. Because obviously you're traveling and whatever. But do you have a say in who gets chosen to be represented by you guys? And like, what's the goal for you guys when you're representing a player when you're taking them on?
Well, the goal is to find them when they're young.
Okay.
And really polish them.
Yeah.
To be the finished product as they get older. And yes, I do have a say in it,
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
If I didn't have a say in it, what's the point in being being involved?
But I think also like you're an expert in that field anyway.
Yes.
So identifying
You know what you're looking
talent
for.
is probably right up your alley anyway. So it would be silly for you not to have a large say
there
with
you go.
regards to
Yeah, but
sign
because
this player,
from
sign
the
that
outside
player.
you'd think that like, you're off traveling the world playing professional cricket and that someone's making the decisions for you. So it's nice to hear that you sort of have input in that and that you actually watching these people perform and you're making choices based on, their performance and their potential pre and post play.
Yeah, it's just about finding that and then creating a structure and finding a system that's going to work, and just continuously tweaking that system.
Yeah.
So we both learn from each other, Ash and I. So he would learn more from, as Pani said, from a player's perspective,
Yes.
and also from all the insights that I've gotten over the years. And then he introduces me more to the business side of it, where I am actually very interested in. I've always been interested in it. So it's fun to like learn the business of sport and how it works. So that keeps me going.
Yeah, I got an insight into that with managing Parnell's endorsements and his side of sport. So obviously he's got his cricket agent that does all his cricket stuff, and then I do his endorsement stuff. And it's fun to see sort of where that can go and how far you can take it from an agency perspective. I don't represent other athletes. I only represent him because he's my vested interest. But and I want to make money for our family. So I take care of Parnell's business. But it's nice to see sort of how that works and what options there are for South African athletes. Because everyone would normally assume like you will see your face on an Adidas ad, but there's like so much more you can do with it. You know what I mean?
Like image rights. There is a lot that you can do, also, sometimes players don't have, or athletes don't have the right representation into understanding these things, and then they don't know their value.
100%. When I
think,
met Barney, hey, you didn't know your value at all. I
No,
felt
that's
like.
something that we constantly kind of
Discuss.
try and like you said, polish and probably refine it a bit more. But I just wanted to ask you something, man. So obviously, you said the holistic approach is one that you guys look at. While guys are still young, are you already thinking about where potentially these guys could be like post cricket, or you kind of just let them? Because I always feel like the ideal agent is the one that kind of takes all the pressure off of you, like with regards to endorsements, contracts, all these sort of things, and just let you focus on the actual thing, which is playing cricket in this instance.
Yeah, 100%. It's about taking pressure off the player. You don't want to add pressure on the athlete as his agent. You're supposed to clear the pathway, but also it's also about advising on certain challenges that can come in a career, and also like I said earlier, having that system where it's called player care, and that's what you want. You want player care. You don't just want to sign a contract. So player care can mean a lot of things. What people are around the player, what certain things will the athlete need as they go through their career. What are no, you just need to look at all of that. And I think that from what I have learned, throughout my career, you can almost jot those points together, and you can see the threats, what threats might come, and challenges, and also how you're gonna make them better people and better athletes too. And the network that you have, already gained is going to play a crucial role too. That's where the networking comes in, and that's where you get the right people around to make those structures even better and enhance them. And the right partners, you talked about brand management. So there's a whole lot of different aspects to how it works.
It's really cool to see that you're like so passionate about this side of your industry as well. And I know with you and Parnell, you have similarities in that you started at a high level very young. And obviously you guys have faced challenges, and I'm sure that you've had similar challenges. For you, what do you feel like was the challenges? Like, how old were you when you started? I feel like I should know this fact, by the way.
We're probably the same age, eh?
Like 18. Yeah.
You started.
I think Party was very young.
You started in 2014, so I started in 2009. And you are 29, I'm 35.
I don't know, I'm not good at maths,
so 6
guys.
years, yeah.
So 18, you both started at 18. So I'm sure you experienced, I know some of Parnell's challenges, obviously, because we're married and he shared them with me.
Yeah.
But are you willing to share some of the challenges that you maybe faced as like a young 18-year-old black man entering into like the highest level of your sport? And I would have imagined being 18 and joining these like famous players would have been intimidating. Was it at all intimidating for you?
Going to Australia, I mean, I was there with Pani. And I remember just being like, I want to go show the world who I am.
Yeah.
I had no fear.
I think that's definitely been one of your sort of attributes that I noticed, not even when you made your debut, before that. Remember in Zimbabwe when you just came for work shadow, basically. You came on a like trip there.
Job
for like,
shadow.
That was job shadow.
For like
I was the intern.
2
Oh my
weeks
gosh.
to come and like train with the guys. But obviously at that stage as well, like as someone who's played for a couple of years at that particular time, I could see like, right, okay, cool. There's something here. There's always going to be hype when guys come from the under 19s, and obviously you guys won the under 19 World Cup as well. But then to see it live and you're like, okay, cool, I can see what the hype is about here. And then fast forward, almost 12 months, first in Bangladesh with the ODI debut, and then Australia as well. And I think there is probably because as a kid, you always Australia was always powerful.
Yeah.
So when you get there, you always want to like show them. You know what I mean?
And so how was that? Take us through.
I remember it was Adelaide Oval, and such a beautiful stadium, man. Wow. And I was like, all right. I remember as a young kid waking up at like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. to watch matches in Australia, and I'm like, I'm here, and like the keeper's catching the ball here, and I'm like, man, this is the perfect place for me to make a debut.
Yeah.
But then the more I played, the more nervous I got.
Really?
I've never felt that
No
way.
ways.
Ever since I haven't felt that way, because you become more cognizant of what's going on
And
around
the
you.
criticism as well.
And
Whenever Parnell would play in Australia, I'd like get stressed out. I think we'd break up every time he played there. Like every single time.
I think that's like part of their makeup though. The like media side of it, they almost try and like throw you off as opposition.
Is that why you're going in there nervy because you're like worried about what's going to be said about you in the papers?
I mean, you like walk around the streets and then you have people like abusing you and all that type of nonsense.
Don't lie. Saying what?
Just like shouting out random things.
Like what?
Well, my second game actually, so Aaron Finch was playing. We played at the MCG. We played at the MCG. And who was opening? It was Aaron Finch and Ben Dunk. You won't know this.
I don't know these people.
So I'm opening the bowling. We bowled second. So I'm bowling. The first game they said nothing.
Yeah.
They said nothing. So I go onto this field, and I'm there alone. I just want to go and bowl whatever. Shane Warne, rest in peace. He's looking at me from a distance. So I'm like, hey, that's Shane Warne. I look at him and I'm like, why is he? This guy looks like he's scanning me or something.
Yeah.
So I'm like, forget that. Give my cap to the umpire, about to bowl. Bowl my first ball, bang, 4 runs. Aaron Finch looks at me, he says, all these people are laughing at you. you're effed. You're effed.
Stop.
He says, you're effed, mate. All
remember
these
that.
people are laughing at you. You're
Did
effed.
you hear this?
I think I was feeling it like mid off or something, or like mid on.
I didn't know what to say, but then I was like,
huh?
Did you get fired up though?
yeah, I was like,
oh, okay, that's
F you.
big. Yeah.
I was like, cool, man, F you.
Yeah.
And I kept going at him. Glenn Maxwell comes in and he chirps me. And he was my first international wicket. He chirps me, he says, mate, you're not bowling fast, mate. You're bowling 101.
No, that's,
I'm like, dude, that is so
are,
stupid.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's such a stupid chirp, man. I mean,
And then
come
you
on.
got him
but as
out.
a, like,
Then I got him
18-year-old
out
Oh,
first
stunning.
ball.
But then as an 18-year-old, you're thinking like, cricket's not meant to be played like that. Normally, the bowler is the guy that's the aggressor.
Yeah, the Aussies come hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that was a test for me.
But
I was also
feel like
blessed cop.
you were, yeah. And I think that's when I had my ponytail.
Your ponytail.
Pani took
I
me shopping a few times.
Yeah, in Melbourne.
No,
took me
because
shopping.
what people don't know about this guy.
Sydney.
Sydney was good
This
for shopping.
guy has to like take in a young player. As long as I know him, which is we started seeing each other in 2014. He's always had like some young player like just go with us everywhere. Like this one person, he's like, I'm taking this person to go shopping. I'm doing this with him. I'm eating with him every single night and like never seeing anyone else. So we'd always have like a little, like my family calls it like a kid. I'd have a kid with us. Like
I don't know. I feel like it's like, I mean, I obviously wish that I had that. I had it a little bit with Lonwabo Tsotsobe. So we played together at the Warriors, obviously. So he kind of got into the Proteas maybe like a year before I did. And then, you know, he was kind of my little, if you want to call it mentor or whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
But I
And
think
then
you're
I
not a mentor in a cricket
not
sense.
really
You're more
a
like a
mentor, yeah.
vibe mentor. You're like,
Yeah, but
let's
I
hang
think just
out.
making people feel comfortable because I think, you know, it's such a high pressure environment. So to just come in and actually have someone to just like, you know, just chill out. And obviously I'd been to Australia before. That was where I made my debut in 2009. Nice country as well.
You made your debut in 2009.
Yeah.
I think we have
That's
a
when I
picture.
started my blog.
we have a picture.
We have a
actually. I'm
picture.
going to try and find
Yeah,
it actually.
try pull it up.
We can pull it up and put it in the episode. Don't
Yeah.
stress about it now.
Cool.
We'll pull it up and see. I know you from being like young. I think I haven't actually told you the story, but one of my friends had a crush on you, and I remember
man.
saying like, "What do you
Exposed.
like about Kagiso?" I'm not
Exposed.
exposing on air. I said,
Exposed.
"What do you like about Kagiso? He doesn't talk."
You can beep it out.
Because I thought you didn't talk.
You can beep it
No,
out.
I'm not telling you.
You can beep it
That'll
out.
be so
Come
bad.
on.
I'm not telling you it is.
Come on.
I might first phone and see if it's okay.
Yeah. If you can legally say
And I
it.
said to her, like, what do you like about him? He doesn't talk. She's like, what do you mean he does talk? And I knew you because you would go with us and just not, you'd be like so shy and like afraid of what to say. Just sit there, like eat dinner with us or like
And I wouldn't
chill with
talk.
us. You at that stage, you weren't chatty. You were still sussing out the vibe, I think. Like, where do you fit in the team setup? Who are your friends? I think that's what you were going through from my perspective.
Perhaps.
Really? Okay.
Perhaps,
Because
yeah.
some of the other boys used to chat. I used to know they're dating, what's happening. And I'm like, this guy
But I think
doesn't
some
talk.
people just feel more comfortable and some people maybe don't think. But I think like KG always struck me as, even like at the age of 18 as a guy who's like his head is screwed on properly.
Are you very calculated? Like, are you?
Yeah, like calculated. I think just more you understand kind of where you want to go. I think that's the sense I got like meeting you and like just seeing you go about your like cricket business, obviously.
Yeah.
It's just like guys hyper focused, knows where he wants to be the best in the world. He wants to be the best in the world for a long time as well. And to kind of see that, and I suppose you would probably take in your personal life as well and be
Is
a
that
little
fair?
bit.
Like that?
That's
That's a
assessment?
pretty fair explanation.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm
yeah,
always a good judge of character. So,
No, you are. I'm a terrible judge of character.
I like to know where I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll just give everything to get there.
Where does that come from? Is that from the way you were raised, or is that from where you went to school? Like for Parnell, a lot of his makeup, I feel, comes from partially his parents who are amazing people, but also going to boarding school at Grey. Like I see how that impacts him. So where does it come from for you?
I think it's the way that I was raised, I guess.
Yeah.
But I always like to do things my way.
Yeah.
So like I always had an idea of what I wanted.
Vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of it comes from upbringing, man. I think.
Yeah.
Like the way that you'll see things, I think. And it's also what interests you, because
Yeah.
people are different. Eh?
Everyone's
Yeah.
different. Yeah.
People are different, so they're gonna have their own mind.
Oh, you know what else? We were researching you for the podcast, and Bonnie knows you so well. So it's hard for him because he's kind of so close to the subject. So he was trying to tell me like what you're interested in. And then I was approaching the researchers like, let me just research Kagiso as like a person. And then I found out that you can sing, which was like so shocking to me. I never knew that. I've known you for 11 years. I didn't know that you could sing so beautifully. Is that something that you like into?
Oh, man.
Did you sing at school? Were you in the choir?
Yeah, primary school.
Okay.
I'll tell you a story, a funny story.
Okay, go for it.
You're probably not going to believe me.
Okay.
But, okay, my mom will be a witness.
Okay, we'll call your mom to confirm, corroborate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually got invited to the Drakensberg Boys choir.
What? No ways. That's
so
a big deal.
It was either I was going there or Saints.
Don't lie.
Yeah, at the time
That's
I was like, it was a
crazy.
no-brainer for me. I was like, obviously I'm going to go to Saints. Like,
Yeah.
I want to play sport. I don't want to sing for a career.
But
Jeez.
and now are you happy with that decision? Like,
Oh.
would you want to sing
What
for
do
a
you-
career?
I
what
mean,
think,
it's
Aisha?
spanned out all right.
Aisha, what do you reckon, Aisha?
Yeah, I don't care what you as a cricket star. I want to know what you're happy in your
You know
soul.
what, listen, you could have been trending there.
That's what I'm saying. You could have been Tyler. Like,
What?
you would have been
Bigger
our
than that, you would
Tyler.
have been
What?
our Kendrick Lamar.
No, but I mean,
Tyler.
Tyler's our South African superstar, our
Yeah.
pop star. You could have been the like Givian, but like
Yeah, I wonder.
Kagiso. Or like
would-
Masego. Do you listen to Masego?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you
He's
could have
good.
been that.
Nah, I don't think I was that good.
Okay, I think you have a
Listen,
beautiful
Singing,
voice.
singing in a choir is different than singing
Listen,
alone.
with technology now, you can be anything.
What-
Yeah,
Auto-tune,
it's
huh?
AI.
Yeah.
Look, when you leave,
T-Pain
we're
made a
going to
whole
get you to
career
sing
out
a
of
few
it.
lines. I'm going to AI some songs and I'm
Yeah.
going to sell it online.
To be honest, I don't think I'm at the level of being an artist.
Okay.
Because that is some crazy ish. Like
Yeah.
being an artist is not easy, man.
Yeah.
That's some
Like full
crazy
on,
stuff.
full on. Yeah.
And you got to produce some music with Red Bull, I saw. How
Yeah,
was that?
that was quite cool. Yeah, the couple, because I listen to a lot of genres,
Okay.
as you would know.
Yeah.
But I like Afro house and
Okay.
tribal house. It goes deep. So the couple, they got him in studio with me, and then this guy was like, he wasn't sure like what he was gonna expect from me.
Yeah.
Then at the end, he was like, "Oh, you actually do know just a little bit.
You know, I actually hate that though.
You're not too bad.
You know quite a bit."
I hate
So-
when like people box athletes into
Yeah.
a certain you just know about sport.
Well, it's pretty fair. I mean, this guy is like, okay, what is
Yeah, I
this
know,
guy
but
gonna
it's
do?
like it's annoying.
It's
As well, 'cause
actually
I
not fair,
experience
I
that
don't
a lot.
think.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
even with like fashion, like I love fashion, and then like
I can
I'm
see
like,
you
oh,
rocking it there. What's that number?
Shout out, even supplied by Wayne
What's that
Parnell
number?
collab. coming
Ponies
soon.
will collab.
No, but like it's just to box you into a certain you just throw a ball around. It's
Yeah.
like even when the Black Lives Matter stuff happened and LeBron was outspoken and then like these analysts
And he
or
was an
whatever like
activist, yeah.
like just go dribble the ball and shut up.
Yeah.
No.
I feel like athletes are not respected as like human beings. We almost like give you guys this like superhero status. So like you're there to entertain us, you're there to uplift us and make us feel happy. And the minute you want to be a person, like, sorry, we're not interested
Yeah.
in your personality actually.
Don't come and sing and
Don't
dance
be a
here.
singer,
Just go
don't
bowl.
play music, don't love music.
Just bowl.
I guess.
Just run out there and bowl as fast as you possibly
Yeah,
can
yeah.
and then be quiet and marry the perfect girl so we can see you in a magazine cover. Like that's kind of what my experience of this side of, and it's like a hard road being an athlete.
Well,
It's not
you've
easy.
kind of done that. Bowl as fast as
Yeah,
you can,
it's- oh.
win, entertain people, magazine cover.
Yeah. Been there, done that.
When I met Pani,
Got the magazine.
I said to him that he's creative and he was like, no, I'm not. I can't even draw. And I was like, that's not what creativity is about. I'm
Yeah.
like, you're very fashionable. Let me give you the like tools to explore your interest.
Now
And
we see
then-
where it comes
Yeah,
from.
no, Aisha definitely
I definitely put this guy
I was
on.
gonna say push, but probably kicked me
No, I
into the
kicked you
direction
into
of
the
like,
direction.
just go.
And a lot of the backlash that he received, I felt so bad because I almost forced him to enter that side of himself because I noticed that he was creative and he had he wanted to express himself in a different way,
Yeah.
not just in sports,
Yeah.
And then when we went to Thailand, I told him to tie like a ponytail.
Oh, is that when the ponytail
That's
came
when
in?
the
And
ponytail
it
started.
became international news. I was so shocked because I didn't know
you was
anything
there
about
in
cricket.
Australia when
Yeah.
I actually you was the one that told me to shave the sides.
Oh,
Did
you-
I?
Yes, in Melbourne.
You set
Did
him
I?
up.
Yes,
I had a
because remember
sleeper
it
as
was-
well. I had a sleeper.
And
Alan Donald looked at me at the airport. He was like,
like,
no, man, that's not you, man. That's not you, Alan Donald.
Oh, you also had your ears pierced.
yeah,
Yeah.
but that was like way before
I
that.
didn't realize that you guys, like as cricketers, I feel so bad saying this, but I didn't realize that you're like famous. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this is just what my boyfriend does. It's like a thing.
Just for fun.
And I'm like, just do a ponytail. So cool. All the like soccer players do
Yeah.
this. Bonnie did it. It was international news. I had like family phoning me. I'm like, how do you even know about this? Like, is cricket a real thing? Because I didn't like acknowledge the sport really.
What do you think? It was
Bonnie
just
went
like
to
club-
bed crying every
club
night.
cricket.
No,
Everything
he
is club-
loved that I
club cricket,
didn't
yeah.
like cricket. You always said
Bonnie was
that you
like,
liked it.
I
I
love
can't
it,
take
yeah.
this anymore.
No, I just, you know,
Probably for other reasons.
Like, I always say to her, like, you know, when I'm done playing one day and people ask me, like, oh, what do you regret? It will never be about like cricket. For me, it's just like not being myself, like younger.
Yeah.
My like younger self. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think for me, that's the biggest thing that like really like, it bugs me. I just wish I could just express myself a bit more. But I think also like the time that I started, like that was not a thing. You know?
That's the thing. I mean, we went back to society's expectations on
Yeah.
how they feel someone should be. But I think that's actually a very good point. It's like, as in for an individual to be his best self or her best self, you need to tap into yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't try and be like someone else.
Yeah.
Just be yourself. And I think that's when you can actually get the best out of yourself.
But I think the pressure cooker of sports also like puts you in a position to find yourself and like grow in that way. And a lot of people aren't able to access that part of themselves because you experience so many high highs and low lows that you almost have to get to know yourself better. And like I've seen how you came in like this very quiet, like boy is just like watching sort of where does he fit in, who are his people. And now you're like a person who's like, I own an agency. This is what I'm passionate about. I love music. I love to entertain and be silly. Like I've seen a lot of your MI Cape Town content pieces on social media, and you're fun and you're like engaging with your peers, and you don't really care what anyone thinks. You like kind of spelt out a song if you want to, and that's cool to see, you know. And I feel like you weren't like
Thanks.
that before.
Yeah, I think it was always in me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
It's
just want to showcase it.
Yeah, it's just like bringing it out slowly. Life just takes you somewhere
Yeah.
as you go on the journey, and you learn things.
Yeah.
And you're like, hang on, like as Pani says, you know, about him being himself. He wishes he could have done that more. But that's what life teaches you as you grow. And just be yourself and learn some lessons, I guess.
So Barney had an interesting question he wanted to ask you, which I wrote down
Let's hear
here.
it.
If you weren't a professional cricketer, what would your alternative career path be? Granted, you'd still have everything you have now, so you'd still do it to the best of your ability, but what would the path be, do you think?
Sure, so definitely. I was going to study law, but that's a bit boring.
Imagine you as a lawyer.
I know, I can't.
I think in something in creative space.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe like acting or
Oh, really?
yeah, something like that.
Have you ever done like any cameos in any shows?
No, do you want to get me on?
I can.
Is it
I
Dino?
met this guy the other day.
I actually told this guy came up to me the other day. He's like, I'm a big fan of yours. Like since you started, blah blah blah. I mean, movies and this. And I
Wasn't
said,
it
listen,
the Shaka Zulu biopic, I think?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, listen, in your next thing, like,
wanna
let
be
me,
in the
let
next
me
Shaka
be,
Zulu
let me
biopic?
carry a dustbin or something at least.
You have to work
playing
out.
as? What am I playing as?
And you're going to need to work out hard.
I'll be a
Shotgun.
stunt double. Do they need someone to bowl? I'll throw a spear.
Say in the
thing.
background.
That's actually great. You could throw a spear. Listen, what are some of your favorite things to do outside of cricket? So,
Yeah.
like listening to music, I know you love that. Do you play any instruments?
Well, not well.
Oh,
I
you do.
just-
So you play
But playing a
stuff.
little bit and
No, no, no.
Playing a little bit of flicks.
No.
What is it?
So
Which,
production, like producing on
Okay,
software,
nice. Yeah,
I
yeah.
can
Okay.
Oh,
do
that's
that
sick.
decently. Like I said, guys, I'm not an artist.
Yeah, but
Back
Listen,
yourself,
I
back
used to
yourself,
DJ.
please.
Yeah, DJing I can do.
I've DJed in clubs.
Yeah.
Like,
Bonnie's
even though that
annoying.
I-
Bonnie can't have a hobby.
yeah.
He has to
I
like
go
be the
full-
best
I
at the
go
hobby.
full in.
I think I'm like similar.
So you get obsessed and you want to sit with your music and make
you
it.
know
We,
what?
we have OCD though.
Yeah, but you know what's the worst thing though is that like back then, like you couldn't really do that and be a professional athlete. Like now, like if Red Bull took you somewhere to go DJ,
Would you do it?
like it's not gonna be a big deal, is it?
I did it once
Where?
at Taboo.
Oh,
Yeah,
how
you
was
see,
that?
like it's not.
It was after like the Red Bull kart race in Santon,
Oh, sick.
and then I DJ'd at.
Where can we get
At
the
Taboo.
set?
Where is it on SoundCloud?
SoundCloud or is it?
I don't
Someone
know.
must have it somewhere, surely.
Well, we'll find out.
We'll have to find that.
Surely
I
they
think it'll be
recorded it.
someone will have it
I
somewhere.
remember I didn't even have my own flash disk. I had to ask this guy, Blue Bonk.
Stop.
I was like,
I used to have CDs, bro.
I was like, "Oh, bro, I need to use your flash disk. I literally have no music.
I used to
And
carry
I'm playing
a
right now.
pouch. Do you remember that, Aish? That pouch with all of the CDs.
I
and
remember
had to
your
write
DJ
down all
kit
the,
and
like,
he sold all his
names
stuff
and-
when we got married. I
I
don't know
know, it
why.
was
I never
quite-
asked him to
yeah.
do it. He just
I
like
should have
sold
kept it.
He's like, I'm a husband now. I can't be a DJ.
I might actually get some decks. Now they must have like mini ones.
Yeah,
I
they
might actually
do.
get like.
And it's
just
just
to
the
have-
time.
Yeah.
I
time.
used to
Well,
love
you
it
don't have
because I
time
used to
now,
just-
but you're going to have time soon. Like, it's not forever that you'll be
Yeah.
traveling all the time. You know what I'm saying? So you need to, Barney's making these clothing now. He's doing all these fun things.
Trying to keep
So
myself
things
busy.
do change.
Things do change. That's correct.
Okay, so we have some rapid fire questions for you. These are
Go.
fun. It's called This or That. So you can both answer. Okay. Touring the Caribbean or Australia?
Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Why?
Nice beaches. You get a nice like blend of having fun and like really upping the ante and also chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
for you?
agree. And what's the saying in Barbados? We live where you vacation.
Yeah, we live
That's
where
like
vacation.
that sums up the Caribbean basically.
I love Barbados, my favorite place
Yeah?
in the whole world.
Expensive.
That's the only problem.
That's not my problem.
Remember on that, remember
that's
on
my
that
problem.
catamaran?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went past Rihanna's condo
Rihanna's-
and
yeah.
Simon Cowell.
Yeah.
Wait,
Sandy,
Pull up
Sandy
those
Lane.
pull up those pictures too.
We have those as well.
Wait, were you in that team with us? Why don't I remember you there?
No,
No,
you
you
guys
were there.
came just after that because that was in Barbados. Remember, you guys came for that last leg and then you stayed on for the
Was KG in
CPL.
CPL with us? No.
No, that was for South Africa.
That was the
with the
Tri
Pro
Series,
Tiers.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that was a naughty
Yeah,
tour.
but that's when you came though.
Saint Kitts.
Everybody got in so much trouble on that tour.
Oh yeah, we can't mention it on camera.
No, we can't say that what happened, but people got in trouble. It was bad.
Bleep it all out.
It was very bad.
You-
I love Barbados because we had so much fun there. We had just gotten married. I like snorkeling with turtles and
Yeah.
like, oh, it was so
Seeing those
fun.
horses.
Swimming
through the-
horses.
running
I
through the
like
ocean.
have good friends from there now. I've never been to Australia and I don't want to go there because
Far away. It's
Herschel
nice.
once told me it's called the slaghuis and I was like, ew,
Oh,
I'm
what
done.
is that? What's that?
Like slaughterhouse?
Yeah, what slaughter? What
I don't know. Animals. I'm vegan.
animals?
Vegan.
Okay.
Don't know what
Next
that
question for you guys. Unpack or live out of your suitcase on tour?
Ooh, in my suitcase. Live out my suitcase.
I'm a suitcase guy as well.
Is
I
that
just-
because you're going to different places all the
Yeah,
time?
just the effort of unpacking.
Yeah, I'm not very good with those.
But you said you're OCD.
She's definitely a.
OCD in terms of what I like doing.
Yeah.
Not
okay.
not
Not
packing
packing.
packing out.
But you are definitely a unpacker.
Unpacker.
You're-
I just feel like
Unpack
it's
the whole
quicker to
suitcase.
repack.
Yeah.
Like you're just throwing everything back in and you can find everything you need.
But
Well, you just take it to laundry and then they fold it for you.
yeah.
Oh, really?
But you
Yeah,
see,
that's
the
so
problem
bougie.
with us is that, like, normally after a game, we'd have to get back and quickly pack and leave the bags outside for them too. So that's the issue.
Yeah.
So
And you're
also,
tired afterwards as well.
I've packed for Pani because in CPL you have to like travel to the next island so quickly.
Yeah.
And I packed for him once. It was a nightmare. He like shouted at me. He's like, "Why did you pack my bag?" I'm like, "Well, we're leaving at 5 in the morning," and he likes his bag packed a very specific way.
Yeah.
We were leaving. He was playing a match. We had to pack our stuff, take the bags down, and leave.
Pani doesn't get angry like expressively.
No, he
No, no, no.
doesn't.
I
He's
just get
very
annoyed.
patient. Shame. He's a sweet
I'm very
guy.
patient.
He gets
But
irritated. Then he just goes,
I hate when like people
Yeah, he's
pack my
grumpy.
bags though.
He's the Grinch. We call him the Grinch at home.
You actually call me the Grinch.
Okay, when you're playing, do you prefer baggy or floppy?
I prefer
Floppy.
a floppy, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen
Floppy.
you.
More wear
floppy,
floppy. That's because I lost my baggy at a stage.
dear.
And I was like, man, I kind of have to wear this now.
Yeah.
But I found it. I found it.
found it?
again.
Okay,
I'm
it's
so
great
great.
happy
stuff.
for you because I don't
I
like the
think
floppy.
I think my one's downstairs.
You don't like the floppy?
No, it's,
Why?
Nice, though.
I,
Long days in the sun, eh?
it's cute, I guess. I don't know. I guess your
Skin
neck is
cancer
protected.
is
yeah.
real.
Okay, fine, guys. Floppy. Okay, winning the World Test Championship at Lords
Yes.
or winning the ODI World Cup at Wanderers?
Oh, ODI World Cup for sure.
At Wanderers.
Yes.
Same for you.
Easy.
Definitely. I'm gonna be in the long room there watching them.
That's
do it.
easy.
Okay.
Easy answer.
I like Lords. Lords is a vibe. Okay. Kagiso, this is probably more for you.
Yes.
Over ear sound or in ear sound?
Over ear. I definitely think over ear, especially if you're listening to music, it gives you like you can hear the different
What's it called
levels
again?
better.
Spatial audio or whatever.
Yeah.
And
it
you?
has that. I like both, just depending on like what I'm doing. If I'm going for a run, obviously I like in ear, but yeah, I think you're right though. If you're just chilling, definitely over ear.
Okay, guys, the next one is just quick answers, okay? Do you want, okay, wait, let me just do this quickly. Got it. Pre-game and post-game routine. So what's your pre-match routine and your post-match routine?
Like this SA20, I was actually gymming before all my games.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like lifting weights?
Yeah, so I was like trying something new
Yeah.
to see if it will work. And I'm not so convinced about it. But I had a better routine in this SA20 than I usually do.
Okay.
What I usually do is I try and be relaxed and try not have too much on my mind.
Okay.
And I just want to just chill.
Chill.
And post game, when I was maybe a bit younger, we would probably go out somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go jolling.
It's not a very good post
But
game
you have
routine.
so much adrenaline, so it's difficult to.
I think
fall
that's
asleep.
normal.
And so it would be a bit mischievous.
Okay. Do you have a naughty side?
I think everyone does.
Okay, that's a good answer. Very diplomatic.
Very diplomatic.
That's diplomatic, yeah?
Bonnie, what's your pre-game and post-game routine?
I think just relaxing, so anything that just like chills me out.
Yeah. So
Which is
basically
like-
not
which
us
is-
with you.
I was just gonna say, which is weird because like I love having like them on tour, but like when it's game day, like I wish I could just like go outside for a little bit.
I know, he gets annoyed with
Just leave
us.
me to just chill out.
We're very
yeah.
loud and active.
You need
Yeah, but you just need to chill out
And
because
post-game?
the game is so like intense. But
Yeah.
post game, I don't really.
I think
I
when you were
want to, to be
younger,
honest.
you would go out also.
Yeah, going out as well.
But then, and like go get food or whatever. But
Yeah.
then now he just sleeps. He's aged.
Oh, you gotta
He's
gotta
like
catch
a,
up on your
Honey
Zeds.
always gets in the ice bath. Always.
oh yeah.
Always in the
Even
ice
though
bath.
I hate these recovery protocols.
Okay, guys, this is a bit of a cheeky question. What is your favorite I just lost the World Cup snack? Because unfortunately, you guys have lost the World Cup a lot.
Remember in Adelaide when we bombed down to the
man.
Netherlands, we were eating burgers.
The Netherlands beat us.
We literally
And
had burgers
Honey
in
and
Adelaide. It was on a Sunday.
I messaged him. I was like, bro, what are you doing? I need to get out of my
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
And we were just so shocked, I remember. We were just walking in Adelaide, extremely shocked. And then we had burgers.
Yeah.
What
I think
burger
that was
did
like
you
one
have?
of the only places that was open.
Yeah.
It was like a
What
like a
time?
random
What
Sunday.
time was that?
That was like in the afternoon.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
we had played like the early game. We started like 10 a.m.
Graham once told me that he's like guilty pleasure when he loses a match is to go and eat like chocolate ice cream. So he like has to have it.
Graham Smith.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He was like, I have to have chocolate
Beefy.
ice cream. And then what's the worst way, Bonnie, you can't answer this question. Sorry. What's the worst way you've ever been broken up with? Or like, maybe not broken up with, like ghosted or whatever.
Ghosted.
Have you ever been ghosted?
I think so, yeah.
You barred. Can't answer.
I think I've been.
You've
think
only
I
dated
think
one
I
person,
have
it's me.
been.
Yeah. I only dated you.
You can't even remember. That's how irrelevant it is. That's terrible.
No, that's
Have you
very
ever been broken
irrelevant.
up with?
Yeah, I guess.
You guess. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
These boys. Have you ever done any breaking up? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. Chill. Okay, this is a nice one. You can answer this, but only if it's about me. What is the best date you've ever been on?
The best date.
It doesn't have to be like someone you dated, but just maybe gone out with someone and it was like the best. Why does
Yo.
Kagiso look so stressed out?
No, I'm trying to think.
That's
It's
so,
like,
hard,
it's
yeah,
so
because a lot
left
of things is
field.
Probably done,
Is
but
it left field?
Yeah, you just threw
I think
us
for me,
that way.
I think
Huh?
I think us going to the Eminem concert, like that was pretty cool.
Funny, that was your best date. That's so
No,
sad.
not my best date, but like it just
Once I went to this like
amazing.
speakeasy bar.
Oh, cool.
It was like underground.
in Cape Town or somewhere else?
It was in I can't say where it was.
Oh, it is in another country? Was it overseas?
It was overseas.
Oh, okay, and
And
it
it
was
was
cool.
a really, really cool bar. And I fell in love.
Oh, I'm sorry.
with the music or the
Well, the cocktails as well.
Speaking of love, what would you are single, right?
Yes.
Okay, this is really not for you anymore. What is your idea of like the perfect girl you'd want to date now in your life? Are you 30 yet?
I'm 30 this year.
Okay, so it's your 30th. Now I need to
I'm
start
going to be
taking life
hosting a
seriously.
30th birthday party.
Thanks, I'll be there. Even
Yeah.
if I'm
Oh,
not
invitation.
invited.
Yes, you guys are
No, I'll
invited.
invite myself. Don't worry, I don't need an
You
invitation.
guys are invited. Okay. We'll make sure the food is halal.
So what is the perfect girl if you're in your 30s now, you're probably looking for more of like a solid relationship, I would
Just
think.
peace.
I was
Peace,
actually
what
just
does
going to
that
say now,
mean?
someone that is
Peace.
just okay with the whole cricket thing and being away all the time.
Peace.
Okay, wait, guys, describe the cricket thing. What is the cricket thing?
Like tour life is not.
Not for the faint-hearted.
No, it's not all fun and games.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not the rock star stuff
And you
that
guys
you
are
see on
such
TV.
miserable
Yeah, because we
bitches
like
on tour.
training all
honestly.
day.
Maybe.
Like,
but also it's like, what we do is abnormal.
Yeah.
We're not like we don't live normal lives.
Everyone wants to be a wag until you're a wag and then you realize how
Yeah, then you
hard
don't want
it
to be a
is.
wag anymore.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's just about someone being themselves,
Okay.
and having confidence in who they are and being
Yeah.
themselves, because that's gonna free us up as
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
And just peace and just
That's what-
peace would-
genuine love and care.
That's
Yeah.
what you did really well, actually. She was like that. I would get back and then like there's no one there.
I'm gone. Literally on
I'm
tour.
like, where is it? Oh,
The other girls
At
used
a
to be
tea
like,
shop.
Aisha, where are you going? I'm like, guys, we're going out. Let's
Yeah.
go. The boys don't want to talk to us. They've just finished a match. Either won or lost, doesn't matter. Even if you win, you're doing that fines thing and all that stuff. So, like, you don't really want to come to the room and, like, we like puppies because we haven't been out. So we're just sitting there, like, waiting for our men. And I'm like, let's go and do something. So Bonnie would come home and be like, where are you?
Yo.
And I'm like, I've gone.
Yeah.
I've gone out with the girls. And you know what's the funny thing? None of them ever got in trouble and they were so nervous about
Obviously,
like
'cause everyone's
upsetting their
like-
boyfriends or husbands. They're
happy.
like, oh, I'm not here to welcome him back to the room. And I'm like, guys, has anyone complained?
lay on the red
That's
carpet
crazy,
there,
man.
come back to the-
What?
I wish we were.
Who
Yes.
wants to see you? I don't want to see him being miserable or like tired or annoying.
Sometimes it's nice, to lend
Yeah, just
like a
I don't
like
know.
a-
For me, it was
nice tap on the shoulder
I
and
was
just
never
No,
really
I
like
come
that
cuddle
though,
you when I
like,
came
say
back
your
to the room.
feelings,
Yeah.
express your feelings. How do you feel? Oh, I feel like this and this and this.
Okay, so
And,
Bonnie hates that.
Really?
I was yeah.
He doesn't wanna talk
sometimes
about
I
it.
need that.
I'm a big
Sometimes
like,
I need that.
try and separate like my personal life from my career.
Yeah.
Even though it does kind of like intertwine at like
Intertwine.
times, but very much like if I'm not playing well or I have a period where I'm not doing that well, like I don't like to talk about it at home because then I feel
doesn't
like
like
it kind
me
of
to
like
ask him
filters into like
questions
your
and
like
stuff.
home life as well. Yeah.
Also, I just don't like someone who's going to pretend to be something.
No.
Okay.
That's
You know what
not-
I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like you
is a
yourself, for
no.
instance, you yourself. So then you can Pani could easily gauge whether he really likes you or doesn't. So,
Yeah.
so you don't like a.
Oh, it's been 11
like
years.
that.
I hope he
don't
likes
like
me.
that,
Well,
yeah.
obviously he
It's a
did.
decade of being together. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, he obviously loves you.
You know what's also good though is the fact that like she can still pick up when I'm not in a good space,
Yeah.
but then doesn't like press to like, oh, what's wrong with you?
So I've learned because of you guys' job being so high pressure, it's better to not like poke the bear. I'd rather let Bonnie come to me when he's ready. Like whenever he's got work pressure or drama, I try not to like reach out to him, even though everybody's phoning me asking me what's going on. Especially like family, they'll all call me and be like, "What's happening?" And I'm like, "Guys, I literally don't know. I
My
haven't even
family
spoken
is
to him."
just like overprotective.
Yeah.
No, I won't speak to him. I won't call him. I won't like nag and try to find out what's going on because I know that he'll eventually come and tell me. And our relationship really started off that way because he went straight from like meeting me to going to the IPL and it was like a very intense period. And then I learned very quickly like I need to have my own life outside of
That's
this guy.
very important.
Because he's
is
never
very
going to be
important.
here. He's not around. And he's kind of unavailable. Not because he doesn't like me or want me, but because your job's so intense. You're on the field for hours. Then you're doing this post-match stuff and photo shoots and interviews. And like then you have to hang out with a group of guys, the same guys for like 6 to 8 weeks. So do you really feel like going on the phone and being like me talking to you and being like, oh, you haven't called me. And why don't you call me? Oh, like I can't, yeah.
Well, I mean, you guys have found a way to make it work
Yeah.
because you weren't pretending. You weren't
not for
pretending,
everyone.
but you still like each other. So whatever works for you guys is going to work.
Yeah, but
It's
I
not
will
like
say
a one size fits all.
I wouldn't set any of my friends up with an athlete. Cause
Really?
I just,
But what did you say to me before this podcast?
no, shh.
Pani say what? I can dabble.
No dabbling in a
There's
friend
a
pool.
couple of away swingers if you want.
No, because I just feel like I know that women require, for the most part, a lot of attention, and I can tell whether like you're the kind of person who can sort of juggle that, like dealing with someone's feelings and like being a superstar athlete, and you must really like that vibe. Like I like my space, and I like that Parnell is his own thing. And I like being a supporting act. But if you don't like being a supporting act, this is not gonna fare well for you. It's gonna end badly. Do you know what I mean?
Well, there you go. I mean, that's
Yeah.
your experience. And then you actually converted, eh?
No, actually, before I met her,
Yeah.
which is like also one of the things that people think.
And I reckon you guys were just good for each other because you've thrived
She was
in
better
your
for
life.
me than I was for her, I think.
No,
You
were
thrived
good.
in your life, and he's thrived in his career. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's getting old now, but you know he's still playing,
Yeah.
and that's good. You guys are good for each other. You motivate each other,
Yeah.
so that's another aspect.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to find, I think, a partner in this day and age. Everyone wants like the bougie stuff, I guess. Like
You
But
reckon?
also, like, everyone wants
diamonds
to
and
be like the
Louis
main
Vuitton
actor.
bags, the man
and,
of the
like,
match money.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is nice.
yeah, it
I'm
is
sure
nice.
you get a lot of man of the match money. I can sell you just based on that. Like you'll get a Louis Vuitton bag every time he plays well.
Oh man,
Bonnie always treats me to something nice if he gets man of the match.
I actually love spoiling, so I
Yeah.
spoil my
Yeah.
mom a lot,
Oh, that's so
and my
sweet.
family. I do. I do.
So what do you get her when you spoil her? Like diamonds?
Ooh, I don't want to disclose it.
Okay, that's good.
a
That's
few
fine.
things,
No, don't. I might
few
have
different
everybody in
things.
my DMs asking to set up.
Yo,
So
yeah.
just on the I
Listen
like
below.
spoiling line.
Oh man, what am I advertising myself
Secure the
here?
Yeah, you're really
bag.
Is
selling
this a
yourself.
podcast or am I advertising?
No,
It's a dating-
this is a dating,
dating
Guys,
podcast.
Pani and Aisha are pimps.
We're pumping you out. I just want everybody to be happy and in love. Like
But this is what happens here.
Pani, did you have any more questions? I know you wanted to ask Kagiso some stuff.
Yo.
I asked my questions.
I've
I just
got
want to
a-
know the dating stuff, and I'm
Yeah,
happy.
you like all the juicy stuff. I want to ask you on record here.
Yep.
So tomorrow is your last day of playing, whatever age that's gonna be.
Yo, hectic.
What is your ideal looking back, having on your like CV?
Like
It
looking
could
back,
be anything.
career best.
Yeah. So career best awards, personal awards, team awards. So tomorrow is the last day you're playing. I'm retiring now. Boom. Whatever age that's gonna be, 35, 36. You're fit guys are probably 40.
Definitely 40.
But looking back and be like, right, I want this on my like mantelpiece.
Just the World Cup, man.
So just
Yeah.
one. I think
Simple.
like that's every South African
World
dream.
Cup.
Oh, that actually makes I feel like crying, honestly.
Oh, it's.
Yo, I don't know.
I think that's gonna happen soon, and I
Been
think
through
once
so many.
once it happens, it's gonna be a couple in a short space of time.
That's it, man.
I think honestly, the floodgates are gonna open.
When's the next World Cup?
2026.
Oh,
That
precious
is
Yeah, T20. And
T20 World Cup. 2027 is 50 over World Cup.
I hope
South
you win so
Africa.
that you can retire before 40, because I wasn't going to keep going.
No,
until
no,
you
no,
get
no.
that medal,
35. I want to be done, and then I want to move into my next career,
Which is agency.
just like business. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. Thank you so much for chatting to us and being so open.
Yes.
And I'm going to share my off-air juicy secret with you.
Yes. Come on.
great to have you here, KG.
Well,
Appreciate it.
thanks for inviting me.
Thank you so much for watching and listening to us today. Make sure to follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and on YouTube. Please like and review. Give us a 5-star review. We really need it. I was told not to beg, but I'm begging. And be sure to follow us on Instagram @BegThePodcast. I'll see you guys next week.